our first official episode.
To Tea with TEDI!
We are here with your hostess.
I'm Jocelyn, I'm a sophomore, and my major is in business with a concentration in marketing.
I am Nancy, fourth year here at SOU, and my major is psychology.
My name is Anna. I'm my second year here at SOU, which makes me a sophomore, and my major is in education.
Okay. My name is Fatima. This is my second year, and I have a major in political science and criminal justice.
Awesome.
Nice. All right, do you guys want to talk about maybe why you guys wanted to pursue higher education?
Yeah.
Yes? All right.
Do you want to start it off?
Yeah, I can start it off. I don't really have a super clear answer on this, but I know for sure a big role in this was my older sister. She was the first person in really our whole family to go to university, and she also went here to SOU, which is mainly the reason why I decided to come here as well. So just kind of following in my big sister's steps. So that's the main reason why I decided to pursue higher education, and also just to give that sense of accomplishment, especially to my parents, because they're always telling me to pursue higher education and just do what I want to do. And honestly, this is it. This feels like a right fit for me. So that's why I'm here.
So you were following, and your big sister was a role model to you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yes. What about you, Nancy?
So I wanted to pursue a higher education degree or education, as well as you. Like, I have an older brother. He went to RCC. I knew I wanted to be a psychologist when I was in high school, so I felt like coming straight to a university would be a right path for me. And I am a first gen in my family, so I feel like you said, giving that accomplishment to my parents and to myself as well. It has been a struggle being here, but it is totally paying off.
For me, it's kind of like along those lines. I'm a first generation student, college student as well, and I wanted to give my parents that sense of accomplishment too. My mom was mainly the reason why I chose to pursue a higher education, because she always had to do better than what she did. She didn't get the chance that I got to go and come to SOU. So like Nancy, I knew that I wanted to do something in education and work with students and in schools. So I thought to myself that SOU would be the best path for me.
Well, I'm kind of the same story along this. First gen student, first one to go to college in my entire family, or any type of higher education. And I think that having a degree or any type of education will just hold you not higher than others, but will definitely have that step for you that others may not have or be able to attain. And I am happy to be able to take upon that opportunity and be here at SOU.
Yeah. I have heard a lot that receiving a higher education or going for a higher education is an option. So for us to all be first gen and be here, it's definitely an accomplishment that we have been, and we are another number to that percentage of students who attend, especially first generation.
I know, and honestly, that is such a big motivation to keep on going, because one thing is actually deciding to come to college, but then it's another thing getting here and then realizing all the difficulties and obstacles that you're gonna face, especially because everyone else here didn't go through what you went through.
Mm-hmm.
So having that as a reminder is it's a great motivation to hold within you, and knowing that you're also kind of making the path easier or more accessible for generations to come after you. So I really like that.
Anybody can graduate high school. It's a choice to be here, so yay for us for being here. 4 and 2 years. So who are we? We are all here employees of the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion at Southern Oregon University. We are located at the Churchill 222. It's upstairs, as you saw in our intro video. So we wanted to make this podcast just give resources to students. I know as being first generations, we have had to figure out on our own if we didn't have someone else that went through here, or if we didn't have some sort of connection with a faculty member, how to find things out. So we wanted to provide some sort of resources to students. Along with that, we also just wanted to promote other events that the Office of EDI is hosting. That way, we are being inclusive with everyone, and we can promote and include anyone in campus and also the community.
I want to add that this podcast is also for potential college students that are thinking of attending SOU, parents, staff members, literally anybody, to come and see what this campus is about, to hear what's happening on campus, to hear what EDI is doing for the campus community, and everything like that.
If I can add on to that, I also like that we mainly want to just like push that there are faces and students that look like everybody else, and we might have different backgrounds, but we're making it through every day, and because we're able to have this resource, we want to provide that resource for others as well. I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I know that being away from home and not having like a sense of community when I first got here, this office has done a lot for me as it is. I have 3 gals that I can turn to each day or any day and bother about how around the school, around this town, around anything. And I feel like if we're able to provide that for others, we're just, following through and creating a path that might not be ready or might be set or might not be set for people that need it.
I love that. And like more on that, just the events that we host as a department, I feel those are very influential on campus, and maybe they might not be noticeable right away, but they do make an impact. They really, really do, and we really want to invite you to attend them, or even just so we can give you information on what's going on, just so you have a deeper understanding of everything that the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion is doing here, but also SOU as a campus, and also just the community in general, because it's so small, but like it can be so big as well. So we just want to give that perspective for you guys as well.
Something that you said really caught my attention, that it's not just like here in the office that we're being equity, diversity, and inclusion, but we can also take on these roles in other places, such as classroom settings, public settings, or even just taking the lead in a project, or anything that has to do with being connected with more than one person. It can also be there as well.
So, Nancy, do you want to tell me a little bit about what encourages you to work here in the office of EDI?
Yeah, so I am a lead student assistant here at the Office of EDI. Jonathan came to me with the opportunity of working here, and I was a little unsure of how I would do it with my schedule or what my position would be. But during our conversation, I remember before, when I was like in high school, that I would try to be in conversations or be part of events or be part of things, and I was excluded a lot. I know that I always tried to provide my service or give my opinions on things, and I didn't feel involved or didn't feel a sense of belonging. And when I was talking to Jonathan during this whole position job offer, I got inspired with that. I was I felt like I didn't belong a lot of settings before, and I don't want students to go through that. I mean, we are in a college setting where we feel I feel like we all should be united and we should care for one another, and we shouldn't feel a sense of not belonging, not including anybody and anyone. So I applied, and from then to now, I have done a lot of things during classroom settings where I have always tried to include people in my group, people in my who was ever sitting at my table. I have tried to give resources as to like how they can find things, places in campus even, and yeah, it's just I want everybody to feel like they belong here. Like that is why we created this office. I feel like I just want people to diverse communities, be all inclusive, and be equity with one another.
I think that's beautiful, Nancy. And it just goes to show how this isn't just like some department that you're gonna work in for a few months, a few years, and then leave and forget about it. No, it's something that's going to be deep rooted within you, and you're going to share it with other people. So I think it's just beautiful how we started off with this, and it's just like a little seed, but then it just grows into much more, and then we see that into other people. So it's just this constant cycle of giving it to other people. So this office isn't just for like whatever X, Y reason. Like over time, we're going to be impacting the lives of everybody here, and eventually everybody here is going to understand equity, diversity, and inclusion and incorporate it into their daily lives.
I'm gonna piggyback right off of Nancy, but like I said before, it's like I as well, I didn't really feel included in the high school that I went to, or like there was a sense of community for myself. So when I did show up and I started talking to Jonathan about my experiences with either it being because of my ethnicity or background or whatever on why I felt left out, he was like, you know what, you should bring those experiences and that motivation towards pushing for other people to not have to go through that. So like I think exactly what you're saying, Nancy, we're here to be that change, to be the push, to motivate others to not EDI, to implement EDI absolutely everywhere, like you said, like a seed. It's absolutely everything we're doing for the office, with the office, like it'll be recognized, and it is going to be recognized, and it's recognized as the diversity grows and follows in the university.
Can I ask you a follow-up with that?
Yes,
So we were all part of like an after-school Latino program, and you came from another city. When you arrived to the office, did you feel like you felt like you
I was
belonged?
shocked. Yeah, I was shocked at the fact that you guys were so nice. And that it was already a built-in community, even though it was the three of you guys and Jonathan. It was a really nice sense of, okay, we all have different backgrounds or this, and how you guys all like had that in Medford. I didn't have that in Salem, but I'm able to come here, and I love being able to like help out with like Cesar Chavez and stuff like that, because it's so nice to be able to see students have that opportunity and have that belonging, and just it's something that's needed everywhere, absolutely. But it's really nice that this office was literally what it stands for. It's EDI, and the staff itself is very open and very good with that, and I think we're headed towards really good things.
Yeah, piggybacking off of Fatima, I wanted to work here because same as Nancy, Jonathan approached me with this really great opportunity to grow not only as a student, but as a person, to become more aware of all of these different situations and different, things that I didn't learn about before, wasn't aware about before. And also, like Nancy, I was kind of unsure about accepting it or not, because it was my first year as a college or a university student, and I didn't know how I was going to manage another workload. Like, yeah, I guess it was like another kind of like workload on me, despite having like full-time classes and being like with my family and stuff like that. So being able to juggle all that was kind of a concern for me, but now that I am doing it, I don't see my life without working here.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I've always wanted to have a place where everybody feels welcome and comfortable. That's one of my main things. I always love people coming in, saying hi, and feeling like they belong, because nobody deserves to feel like they don't belong or that they don't fit in. So having a space for people to feel and like they belong and feel comfortable is literally like what I'm proud of.
I like what you said about like how people come into this office. I had we had an event here hosted at the office not that long ago, and one of the hostess was unsure of people coming in, and she worried, I'd say. And I tried to cheer her on. I was like, no, like we got this, like we have this food, we're ready for this, like we have everything is in place. Once people come, like they'll see how united we are and how inclusive we are. Like this is it, like it's okay, we got this. And at the end we were reflecting on it. I was like, see, like we just needed like words of encouragement. I feel like a lot of students feel like they're just on the go and have things back to back, but just having like a peaceful or just an encouragement conversation can go a long ways. All right, everyone, we just wanted to give you guys a sense of who we are. This was a short intro, but it sums up what our purpose for getting a higher education is, who we are as an individual, and what our roles here are for the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. For future episodes, we do want to have guest speakers come in, whether it's like the youth programs, presidents from the club, the president of the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. We will definitely have him on here so he can give us more information on this and more information to you guys of resources.
We're really excited to get this going. Really excited to get this running, moving, be able to engage with more students and have EDI expand more than it has been. And
we want to also give this to like Anna said in the beginning, for incoming students that want to come to SOU. We want to bring in people from the registrations department so they can, or the acceptance department, so they can tell us a little more about like what to expect and things like that. Financial aid as well. Financial aid is opening up December 1st. So remember to do that for FAFSA. One last thing was the registration for winter term is already opened to everyone. So start registering, please.
It's not too late.
It's not.
We are your hostess,
Jocelyn,
Nancy,
Anna,
and Fatima.
and this was
TEDI with EDI!
or TEDI. Thank you.
make sure to follow us, like, and comment.
We are on
All
all
the
the
media
platforms.
sites.
So
Yeah.
do give us a share, and we will be giving you guys more episodes and more juicy information.
Yes, don't forget to come visit us too. We always love having
Church out 222.
Church House upstairs, and it's in our interview, so you know where to find us.
yes.
Yeah.
Woo!